And welcome to Smokin and Joking with your friendly neighborhood old bat. How y'all doing today? I see we have Guido and See-Through Gypsy in the chat. It is Halloween. Happy Halloween, 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 happy Halloween, Silver Shamrock. As a matter of fact, I got a little something for you. After we do this little something from Von Shit Smack. Hey Sydney, how you doing, love? Another little bit of verbiage from Baron Von Shitstain.
Another stinking tour in Afghanistan. Oh joy.
Don't you act like your ass is fucking going over there, you son of a bitch. Your ass ain't fucking going nowhere. Don't you act like your ass is going to Afghanistan. Another stinking tour in Afghanistan. Fuck you, bitch. What are you bitching about? You ain't going. You ain't going. You wouldn't go anyway. And for anybody that's curious, the name of the strain is Palm Tree Punch. It's tasty. And this is supposed to be real good shit. From what I understand. From the person who picked it up for me.
Oh boy, oh joy. And this time, we got to babysit a recon team that's gone missing. And not just Ducky. So, heat takes on an entirely new meaning in Afghanistan. Because it doesn't stop. It just gets worse and worse and worse as the days goes on.
And you need to come over so we can have punch and pie. We can have punch and pie. I'll give you some punch. And you give me some pie.
And it would be nice to have portable air conditioners, but there is no such thing invented yet, so I guess we're stuck.
There's no such thing as... Wait a minute. Whoa. Time the fuck out.
And full gear, no less. So...
There is air conditioners in the Humvees. I know because when we rolled, the guys were in the air conditioning. There's air conditioning on the RG-33s. There's air conditioning in the Chews that they are housed in. Don't pretend you know what you're talking about, Helton. I was actually on the FOB, and I actually did the traveling between FOB Diamondback and the Turkish border. So I know what we got and what we ain't got.
We find
Hey, Shiloh!
And we start trudging up this mountaintop. And unfortunately, we came across someone's LBE. And unfortunately, it also had blood splatter with it. Wasn't determined whose blood it was, but I think it's a pretty safe bet it was probably the guy that owned it.
Oh, thank you, See-Through Gypsy.
So we keep trudging up the mountain a little bit more. And we found more equipment. So it looks like we found the lost recon team. Imagine that.
Shut up.
And when we finally get to the top, there's this cave there, and hey, maybe we can get out of this heat by being in that cave and set up a base of operations and then try to find the bodies and do an extraction. Unfortunately, about the time I said that, this huge 12-foot tall giant comes out, and he's got 6 fingers and 6 toes, and he's got a huge spear in his hand.
Your relatives?
And he's going, telling us to stay away, I guess. I mean, that's what I'm...
Your relatives, I'm thinking? He has to be related to you. Fucking asshole. Probably bathes about as often.
And we didn't stay away because, hey, you know, we need to make sure we recovered all of our stuff. And so finally he gets mad and he flings the spear at one of our guys and impales him, which fortunately for him, death was in.
Nice. You're on acid right now? Awesome.
Instantaneous. And so you know, it was weapons free at that point, and we took this critter down.
Hey, Bonnie
Some
B,
big
how you doing,
helicopters,
buddy?
And they hook that sucker up and they take off with it. And it's like, what in the hell have we opened up here? You know. So apparently they must have known something. They must have known something. I mean, there is some folklore there in Afghanistan about giants, so maybe that's where they heard from. But they come out with 2 big Chinooks, hooked it up, and took off with it. Away they go. It's like, well, okay. That was a wonderful way to start the tour. Starting the tour, killing a giant, huh? Who would have thought? Now, this story that I just told you is considered a rumor or a legend, but it ain't a legend because there's a lot of basis in truth. Okay, you have Snake Mountain in Ohio, for example, which has a giant in there, and we've recovered giant bones before, and they were hushed up. You know, giants are not an improbability. Even the Bible mentions giants. There's giants everywhere.
There's people that have grown to extraordinary size. Yes, you'll find them everywhere. You fucking freak. It's not something extraordinary. It's not something that's out of the ordinary. It's not something that's not ever been seen. Shut up.
All over the place. And so why not? You know, why would this be legendary? You know, just because somebody says so? No. I mean, I see no reason not to believe this story. You know, they lost their recon team. Why would they make that shit up, right? You know, that makes no sense. Why would they make up a story after losing their men, and one of their own men, by the way? Now, they lost one of their own men. He got impaled. So, I mean, you know, why would they make some... I just don't see them making something like that up. I just don't. Especially if one of their own men is impaled by a spear. Damn. You know, so, yeah, I just don't see them making that up. But, you know, it's Halloween. And so, you know, I thought of the Kandahar giant. It'll be kind of hard to trick or treat with him because ain't nobody running around that's 12 foot tall.
Hey, Tubian. Hey,
As
Blue.
an aside, speaking of tall, I'm still laughing over the official report, quote unquote, of the disturbance that was. Where was that at? Was that in Vegas, where they had like 300 cop cars or so? No, 450. I'm sorry, 450 cop cars. All right, 450 cop cars, and and supposedly the ruckus was. Now, the eyewitnesses said there was ETs.
Huh.
There was ETs running around. But
right.
The official report. Now, get this. This cracks me up. The official report was that it was a 9-foot tall human. Well, now, okay, but there ain't very many 9-foot tall humans running around now, is it?
But there are 9-foot tall humans. There are. Good God Almighty, what is wrong with you? You know, you need a group home.
And it was supposedly only one? No, that's not what the eyewitnesses said. But, you know, that's the official
Melanie,
story.
how
Is
you
that it's
doing,
just
honey?
one 9-foot tall human. And it's like, well, where did they get the 9-foot tall human? Humans aren't 9 foot tall, at least not yet. Now we're getting there. Yeah, we got a few 7-footers running around, but 9? No, we don't have any 9-foot tall humans running around. Not that I'm aware of, anyway. You know,
Hey,
maybe in the
Lucifer
Guinness Book of World
Almighty, how
Records
you
or
doing,
something, there
honey
might be
bunny?
a 9-foot tall human running around. But anywho, I still get a chuckle out of that because they said it was a 9-foot tall human, and that was what was all the ruckus. And 450 cop cars for a 9-foot tall.
Chances are you read the article wrong, or you're misquoting, or you're remembering it wrong. You do this quite often, Helton. Or you're just making shit up. Because you make shit up all the time. For someone who doesn't believe in outer space, you seem to have this big leaning on ETs. Hey. Shh, shh. Kitty, kitty. Kitty. You kitty, 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 kitty. Treat. Food. Pets. What are you destroying? It'd be all right. It is a little bit back there making mischief. Oh, and when this is over with, I gotta show you some. I gotta show you my the additions to my Peep collection. I'm gonna put them away when the season's done, but I gotta show them to you because I put them out. And Helton, you are just nuts. You're nuts, dude. And why are we going to listen to you when you didn't pay your taxes, you lost your ass, and you're living in your car now? And I could go on and on and on and on and on, but I ain't got all damn day.
Human? Okay. You know, obviously there's more to this story. Yeah, of course there is. You don't need 450 cop cars for a 9-foot tall human. You don't even need 450 cars for ETs that are walking around. But they sent 450 cop cars? It's like, holy shit. What they do? They must have got them from other counties and everything, man. They all converged on that location. It's like, what the fuck? But yeah, man, that's a lot of cop cars for a 9-foot tall human, isn't it?
Wow.
Yeah, totally. But what are you going to do, right? All right, anyway, I just thought I'd do the Kandahar Giant because it is Halloween. And
hey, Sunnyside!
And I think
happy Halloween to you, too.
Because there's just too much evidence of giants in this world. Way too much evidence. And then, like I said, they're in the Bible, they're in other writings, ancient writings. You know, giants are a thing. They've always been a thing.
So now Sasquatches are a thing. We got a PA Sasquatch or a Minnesota Sasquatch that is transferred itself to Pennsylvania. It's a Minnesota Fatback Sasquatch. Then we got a Florida Sasquatch that transplanted itself to Nebraska. You got those two Sasquatches. So there are Sasquatch out there.
Thing, and they always will be a thing. And, I don't know why we're so reticent to try to dismiss it when there's overwhelming evidence. Like I said, Snake Mountain right there in Ohio. Those were giants. They were buried there. I mean, what do you want? Anyways, I thought I'd share that story since it is Halloween. I may do yet another one.
You're in the
before
Bigfoot
evening. I don't
community.
Know. We'll see. Anyways, just thought I'd share that. And have a pleasant day and better than Bye.
Speak of the devil and she appears. Well, come back when you can stay longer. I see how it is. Well, she's a cat. You're just going to get up here and get into shit. I know what you're going to do, silly cat. The dumber you are, the more likely you are to believe that aliens have been to Earth. I don't think they have. I think they avoid us like, people avoid trailer parks. Hey, I don't know. I'm from a trailer park. Ain't nothing wrong with trailer parks. I'm from a trailer park. I can bag on trailer parks because, like I said, I am trailer trash. Let's see what Please Notice Me has. Let's see. A song for Von Helden. Okay. Oh, now I know why we'll wait till we're good and stoned for that one. You said Fat Photog? Crybaby Attention Whore. Okay.
I'm working on one of my books. I'm working on like some creative stuff. And,
creative stuff?
It really just kind of dawned on me that.
Creative stuff? Well, if you were creative, you'd find the other things to call me other than a whore. And say that, I want you and stuff like that. You could think of far more clever things than that. That's last recourse when you got nothing else. That's last recourse. That's when all else fails. Throw that at the wall and see if it sticks. You're not creative at all. Oh, quite the contrary. You have two-dimensional thinking. You're not capable of creative thought. And that's cool. That's cool, Corky. Not everybody's creative. I'm no good with power tools.
I really can't publish anything under my name.
Hey, Sydney.
Here we are, face to face, the silver spoons, hoping to find we're two of a kind, making it go, making it grow together. We're gonna find our way together, taking the time each day to learn all about those things you just can't find. Two silver spoons together.
Because the thing of it is like I could literally publish. I could literally write a children's book and have it published in the first thing. Like this is what the haters expect. They expect me to write a book, and be so proud of it, and brag about it. Be like, hey everybody, I wrote a book. Here's where you can buy it. Let's say I would do that. Let's say I would write a children's book. Let's say I would put it on Amazon, right? Under my name.
Okay. All right. Get to the
First
point.
thing you'd have is my haters. I think there's about 3 million haters, all my mirrors. So I mean, I get Sherlock Holmes, Alfonso. It's a handful. It's literally a handful.
Boo friggity who. You criticize me every time I turn around. You've always got something to fucking say. You ain't had nothing to say lately. I've been more yapping at you than you've been yapping at me. But, yeah. All this shit is your fucking fault anyway.
Because just in like that last video that I put up of that 30-minute philosophical treatise on the Jungian concept of how, the emotional charge of an accusation.
Huh? Boy, come down to earth with the rest of us.
For a lot of people, is evidence of guilt, is evidence of wrongdoing, is evidence of not just evidence but an excuse. It's a blank check on punishment and bullying and harassment. So let's say I published a book and it's on Amazon. First thing these people would do is they would definitely be creating fake accounts to 1-star the book, basically keep it as low in the search engines as possible. They'd probably be commenting on really horrible things.
No, not necessarily. Now, if you wrote a book and it was genuinely good, I would give you props for it, just like I gave you props for having a job. Do I think it's funny as fuck that you're running around in a cow suit? Yeah, I think it's funny as fuck. But I applaud you, man. Good job. Good job. Keep going, keep moving, keep pushing. And you'll do good things. I'd say you do great things, but you're 50 and that time's passed. You can still do good things in your life, though.
You would be commenting, the author is a felon, the author is a sexist, the author is whatever, right? And they might even be able to, I'm not sure if Amazon actually posts links, but they would definitely be posting links.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think she caught a ladybug or something. Anyway. Did you enjoy that? Okay. That was weird. Then they'd be contacting the publisher. They'd be saying, you know, this guy is, they'd be asking the publisher weird questions, leading questions. They would say something like, this guy is a Nazi. By publishing his book, are you saying that you agree with his views? Number one, I'm not a Nazi, but they would say,
no, I know you're not a Nazi. You're an asshole. Yeah, you're an asshole. That is all.
and they wouldn't care that it's wrong, that it's incorrect, that it's a lie. They wouldn't care. Because the thing of it is they terrify people by the guilt by association. Oh, you're associating with that person who's a degenerate, who deserves to be abused. Oh, does that mean you're also a degenerate who needs to be abused? And people are like, oh, crap, right? They would be claiming the book as AI. They'd be doing all kinds of things. They wouldn't even read the book. They would just sit there and say, because it's written by Nick.
I've read some of your writing. It is unreadable. It's unreadable. Where did you fucking go to college? How did you manage? If you got a degree, how did you manage to get a degree? That's what I want to know. Well, I tell you what, I bet if you call them up and ask them real nice, they'll give you your money back.
You know, I have so much that I would love to do on social media, and I can't because I have this like small group of people who have been very effective in destroying my life. And it's troubling because it's like, why? You know, have I ever done anything that's that bad? Right? Oh, I was the victim of a con man who used me to steal a vacant house.
Now he's in jail, convicted of real estate identity fraud. As he's handed a 3-year sentence, the aspiring actor takes the spotlight.
And I think I can help a lot more people in county jail than I can in prison.
He does in religious studies or something. But he says he has a degree. Now he had been calling me stolen valor. I posted my DD-214 and the award that I got. He finally shut up. All right, I put mine up. He can put his up. He talks like a kindergarten. He talks like a high school dropout, which is incidentally better than Shanny. Shanny talks like a kindergarten dropout.
But the judge doesn't buy it.
Well, that may be so, but the prescribed term is a prison term.
That didn't belong to anybody. Somehow that's blank check on abuse. And I was sitting there, like, I was using an AI on ChatGPT. I was thinking about, like, how criminals destroy people's reputations. You know, the criminals prepare the battlefield first. They destroy someone's reputation to manufacture moral permission for harm. You know, they have moral camouflage. And a lot of them do it, you know, by anonymous things, right? They don't sit there and basically it's moral leveraging. It's I'm anonymous, because most people consider themselves to be fairly moral. Most people consider other people that they interact with to be fairly moral. So, and you know, this kind of goes back to the you know, the video that I played on my channel a while back. You know, the jokin one. And it's like, you know, I remember back to how I was, you know, taking those classes to become an addictions counselor.
Hey, Supno.
And like, I was so proud of it. I was so happy. I was working so hard to do it.
Oh, that's cowboy enough.
And despite the haters screaming at the top of their lungs, get a job, they refused to let me have a career helping people.
I'm not saying that I'm an expert. I never said that. But I do know a lot more about the subject than most people. I know a lot more about addiction than most people. I know more about psychology than most people. Yes,
No,
I
you sound
do.
like Ron.
You are not. No.
Because they were claiming, oh, he's trying to, you know, uh, uh, he's trying to associate himself with vulnerable individuals. It's like I've never understood this attitude that people have towards me, where they look at me and they see something evil, and they see something hateful, and they see something degenerate, when I've never done anything evil or degenerate.
God has come forth unto me. Sabella's talked to me about how, like at Dunkin' Donuts, she has like a manager that, you know, is a nasty little motherfucker. And I've told her, I'm like, hey, you know, just let me know when he takes his smoke break outside. I'll you know, I'll drive up and I'll you know, walk up to him and you know, I'll make him feel really uncomfortable.
Hey, just a person trying to human.
But again, it's about narrative control. It's about narrative control. And the thing of it also is, it's like, and what I was watching, I watched about 5 minutes of Second Opinions video last night. I think they did a 4 and a half hour, almost 5 hour stream. And I fast forwarded through it. And just a second. Comments?
And nobody was talking about you. Kitty. Gosh dang it, Kitty. 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 All right. I'm going to let Nick babble for a little bit. I'm going to hand her off to Daddy and see if he can redirect her. It worked last time. We'll see if we can do it again. Kitty.
Even like nobody's commenting even. This is another aspect of it. I mean, in a healthy audience, right? A healthy group of people, there's like this back and forth. And with me, I can't even call it a community because it's not a community. It's just a group of haters who want me off YouTube, off the internet, and they've been demanding this since 2005. You know, just like they've been saying, well, you can't be a philosopher unless you're an atheist.
Kitty,
You know, you can't be.
Are you okay?
You know, just go down the list, right?
Kitty.
You can't be this, you can't be that. For some reason, they have. For some reason, they feel that they have the right to make a claim on my life. And that's actually criminal consciousness. That's actually the thought process of the criminal. Because, like, I would love to be able to find a group of people on here, on YouTube, that I resonate with. And pretty much the only people I've ever been able to find on YouTube are the people who all they want to do is fight. All they want to do is fight. All they want to do is lie and smear and punish humanity. You know. And it's disgusting, it really is. You know. And I mean,
I couldn't believe she jumped off my shoulders and jumped onto the floor. And I took her into the dining room to her dad to redirect her energy, because I can't do a show with her getting into everything and crawling everywhere, and she's just like a toddler. It is. It's just. I mean, she is just like a toddler.
do think the haters, a lot of these people, you know, kind of do see, and they have to kind of that, you know. My biggest desires are to belong, are to be, you know, is that, you know, I want family, I want friends, I want lovers, I want community, you know, community. I don't have that. I've never had that. I mean, the haters, I mean,
And whose fault is that? Whose fault is that, Nicholas?
trolls literally managed to get my family to not want to have much of anything to do with me. I mean, how the hell does that work? And it's weird because it's like, I see this in society. It's like people want, they seem to want and need other people to hate themselves. Yeah. So anyway, with Secular Opinions video yesterday, I noticed it was nothing but like old footage, really old footage. And it's like number one, what's the purpose of you even watching that?
Because it correlates with what you're doing now. It does. It correlates with what you're doing now. You have to ask. Do you? Look at how you talk to people. And
you know, and a lot of it is you know, the criminal's goal is power over others.
Yeah, this is new.
Because the criminal really doesn't have any power at all, except power over others. It doesn't have power over itself. You know, and its goal is power at all costs. Because the criminal has such a deep self-hatred.
Oh, really?
It's weird. I've got 8 people watching and nobody's commented.
Yeah, because we're all recording you.
Because they're watching, because it's, what is he going to say that we can use against him? What is he going to say that we can put up on our own live streams and attack and ridicule?
Let's take a break.
I really do feel sorry for you people. I really do. I feel I'm deeply sad for you.
Well, while you feel deeply sad for us, we feel not a bit of sadness. It's Halloween, Sparky, and this is what I got to say to you.
Happy, happy Halloween, Halloween, Halloween. Happy, happy Halloween, Silver Shamrock. Happy, happy Halloween, Halloween, Halloween. Happy, happy Halloween, Silver Shamrock.
It's almost time, kids. The clock is ticking. Be in front of your TV sets for the horathon. And remember the big giveaway at 9. Don't miss it. And don't forget to wear your masks. The clock is ticking. It's almost time.
Happy, happy Halloween, Halloween, Halloween. Happy, happy Halloween, Silver Shamrock. Happy, happy Halloween, Halloween, Halloween. Happy, happy Halloween, Silver Shamrock.
That's what I got to say. Damn it. Get happy. Everybody wake the fuck up.
You know, all my mirrors let me get a bunch of deeply disturbed, deeply evil, horrible people. But you know, I mean, I can feel bad for people and still do what I need to do as far as you know, protecting myself from them. Because the truth of it is, you know, those people, most of the people here on YouTube were in this like circle of hell, and it is a circle of hell. I think being a good person doesn't include abusing disabled people. I'm just saying, you know.
Happy Halloween, Paul.
But then again, I'm not supposed to have any
How
opinions
you
on
doing,
morality
buddy?
because I'm not an academic atheist. It's so bizarre. But so far as criminal consciousness, I'm trying to talk about how I feel. I'm trying to talk my thought process, right? And all I'm getting is accusation and ridicule. Because there's people who desperately need me to be a bad person. There's people who desperately need to feel that they're better than me for whatever reason. And the truth of the matter is, I mean, the vast majority of you don't deserve to read my books.
Hey, PT Ham, how you doing?
Not that you'll even really be able to understand them, actually, because I think higher philosophical, ethical concepts are
I think he's drinking,
beyond
Buck.
your comprehension.
How you doing tonight? Happy Halloween, bud.
And it hurts me to say that, but it's true. It hurts me to say that, but it's true. And it just sucks because it's like, I'm dealing with people for the most part for whom their horrible behavior has gone on for years, if not decades, and they see no reason to change, and they're not going to. You know, and the haters, the criminals figured this out, years ago. Because, like, at the time, when I was first getting on YouTube, I was starting to really understand that I was not the problem. I was not a bad person.
When I get nothing but hate, I have to look at myself and see what I did to deserve it. Naturally. You piss off an entire group of people, or several groups of people, you'll have a bad time. Like veterans organizations, police organizations, um, just about anything else you could think of.
I really started understanding, hey.
Oh, and your racist, your racist ideology, these little racist rants you go on. You don't come right out and say it. You do everything but come right out and say it. You may as well. Oh my God.
I am a man of good character and higher consciousness.
No, you are not. You're a very stupid man, is what you are. You're a stupid man that thinks way too highly of himself. It's insignificant speck of dirt on an insignificant speck of dirt, which is Earth, in an insignificant rotation of specks, our solar system. Then you get out and out and out and out, and yeah, none of this really amounts to much. And I think a little more of myself than I think of you. And I don't think much of myself. And let me just say, I've known myself for almost 60 years. That's why.
And that's okay. Doesn't make me a bad person. And it's like, not everything that I create is for everyone. The issue I have is I see so many people who succeeded on YouTube, who've succeeded on social media. And it's they pull in these people who resonate with them. They find their tribe. And yet at the same time, it's like, I've only gotten the complete opposite. And it's like, That's it. That has to be a spiritual thing.
No, not dickwad. You know what it is? It's a you think you're superior to everyone thing. You think you're like yeah or yeah, and you really yeah or maybe yeah or maybe down yeah.
It really does have to be a spiritual thing because, you know, you do all the right things in the right way at the right time for the right reason, and you're still failing. At some point, you have to realize that you're not the problem. And the problem is society to a great degree, or it's the people you're around, or it's the people who like know of your existence. You know, back to my book, right? If I publish it, I can't put it. I'll never be able to put any of my works under the name Nicholas Bravo. I'll have to always use pen names, and I'm not going to ever let anybody out here on YouTube know that I wrote a book. Because instead of people having a normal, healthy reaction of, oh, great, I want to buy it, or, oh, well, you know, good for you, but I don't care, and moving on with their life, I've got people who constantly want to stick their fingers into my life.
Exactly, Colonel Chubbs.
Yeah.
Let me break it down for you there, Corkster. We have people of all faiths in my chat. Everything from Satanists to pagans to atheists to Christians. But if you're an asshole, this isn't the place for you. If you can't coexist, don't come in. We'll just show you the door. We don't want you here. Fuck you. We're having fun. We don't want that shit here. That's our attitude. That's why we're those people. People may look down their nose at me, but let them. Who gives a turkey? People been looking down their nose at me all my life. Don't bother me none. No, I can't say that. Let's just say I just don't quite fit. And some folks look down their nose at me.
The criminal, above all, wants power and control. And if it can't control you, it's going to try to destroy you. I am pretty disappointed in this live stream. I thought at least I'd have a few people trying to have a conversation. No such luck. I honestly think to a degree I'm blocked on YouTube, shadow banned or something, because this is just like, it's like the only people who come to my channel are from other people's channels, and usually theater channels.
Well, that's all I've got for now. I will see you guys at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time for Bad After Dark for the costume party. Thank you very much for coming and seeing me. Thank you. I don't care if you were here for 10 minutes, 10 seconds, or the whole thing. Take care of yourselves and take care of each other. You know why? Well, do you? It's because nobody else will. Now, y'all take care, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye. Peace.